Hello and welcome to another day of drafting with me, Gabriel Haynes. Today we're going to be drafting ranked draft Throne of Eldraine. This is my first ranked draft. I'm very excited. Very curious. Not sure how it's going to play out, but we're going to find out. I'm here in New York City! Getting some stuff done, but there's always time for a little magic. Or is there? Wait, what's going on? Hello? Hello, sir? Oh, wait, I saw it. I saw it. It was there. Okay, apparently the Wi-Fi here is not particularly strong. That's not good. Let's go back. All right. Pack one, pick one. What do we see? Embercleave. Alright, this has got to be the pick here. It's a very strong card. I've actually never played with it. But it has a lot of upside. It wins you the game often. And it's relatively cheap. I mean, even if you attack with 3 creatures, I mean, it becomes 4 mana, which is not that bad. I think that's just the easy pick here. I'm not sure what else you would take out of this pack. Lock Dragon, perhaps. It's going to be very difficult to play in most decks, but it is quite powerful. I'm just going to take the Embercleave here. I don't think there's any other considerations at this point. And I will go ahead. I think I'm going to go ahead and craft this so I can get the gems and stuff. But anyway, all right. So although red does not have that many adventure creatures, it's more green and stuff, I think I'm going to take the Lucky Clover. Lucky Clover is extremely strong. Doesn't matter. It matters, of course, if you have adventures, but taking it pick 2 is quite good. And there's nothing really here that goes particularly well with the Embercleave. I mean, Ardenvale Tactician is a very solid card. Ogre Errant is not exciting. It's fine in a night deck, but again, not very exciting. But I will take Lucky Clover. I think it's the most powerful here. Let's see if we can get into some sort of adventure deck. Well, there's a really good card. The Mad Ratter is really strong in the blue-red deck. I've never got a chance to play with this either, but if you can get this to start working, man, you're gonna be good. And there's no adventure creatures here, and there's no other, and this is just the best card by far, so we're just gonna take it. The Mad Ratter. Oh, he's mad. Alright. Well, now we do see our first adventure creature, but copying a Rimrock Knight Boulder Rush is not that exciting. It's fine, I mean, it's okay, but it's really not that good. Although we might just take it here. I don't know what else we're going to be taking out of this pack. Transformation is a card that people seem to like for some reason. I think it's really not that exciting. Giving +1/+1 and then drawing a card, it's fine, but it's really not what you want to be doing. Certainly, we're not going to move into green for this. White Flutterfox is a good card. I mean, oftentimes it can just be a 2-mana 2/2 flyer, which is really good. I mean, that's a really good rate, especially in the aggro decks. Pride's Griffin, just fine. You know, classic 5-mana 3/4 flyer. I'm not really sure what we want to take out of this pack. Rimrock Knight doesn't really fit with what we want to do, especially with the Mad Ratter, because Mad Ratter wants to sit back, gain advantage by drawing cards and getting rats. Rimrock is more an aggressive card. It works with the Embercleave, so there is that possibility. I guess I will take the Rimrock Knight here. I'm not sure what the best card in the pack is. maybe like Moonlit Scavengers, but even that's not particularly exciting. Mantle could go with the draw 2 theme, but it's not a very good card on its own either. It works with Mad Ratter if you are able to move around your Mantle on some rats, but that seems very, very weak to me. I'm just going to take the red card and see where we go from here. Flutterfox could also be a great pick. I mean, we don't have any artifacts yet, but red-white is a good aggro color, so Flutterfox might be good, but if we're going to be aggressive, then Rimrock is just as good for that, so I'll just take the Rimrock here. Alright, so now we have a couple options. Enchanted Carriage is a really strong 5-drop. You get a lot of bodies for the price of 5 mana. You get 6 power and toughness. Well, this is kind of an interesting pack. We could take in a Brimstone Trebuchet, which is quite good. It works with our Knight, of course, and it lets you get in that last couple of chip damage that will allow you to just win the game. We could take a Merfolk Secret Keeper, but that's not really what the deck wants to be doing at this point. I think I'm going to be on the Trebuchet. It's the slightly more synergistic pick. I don't know if we're going to end up doing the Mad Ratter thing, but if we're an aggressive deck, Trebuchet works well with stuff like Rimrock Knight. Embercleave, of course, works well with Rimrock Knight, but if we just want to be an aggro deck and try to win that way, then Trebuchet is a good way to go. I think Carriage is fine, but again, it's more of a defensive card. If we want it to be in the draw 2 deck, Carriage would be a great pickup. Or Secret Keeper for that matter, but not really, because you just want to mill them. You don't really want to draw cards at that point. So I think I'm just going to take the Trebuchet here. Keep on with red. Okay, now I'm just going to pick up an easy Golden Egg. It works with our Mad Ratter. And there's nothing else here. I mean, yeah, Lonesome Unicorn works with our Lucky Clover, but Golden Egg is just good enough for us. Okay, now we have some options. We could pick up a 7 Dwarves or the Bloodhaze Wolf. Now, again, what's kind of weird here is that a Golden Egg and the Mad Ratter is kind of at odds with like Rimrock Knight, because they don't really go in the same deck, which is kind of funny. Bloodhaze Wolf is good, can be good if we are in the draw 2. I don't know. I think I'm going to take the 7 Dwarfs here. It might have a little bit more upside. We might see some more later. I didn't see anyone in the previous packs, but Bloodhaze Wolf is just fine. It's not very exciting for me. And I don't know if we're going to go with the draw 2 synergies, so I think we'll just pick up a Dwarf here. Okay, we could continue to stick to our plan of drawing 2 with another Golden Egg. There are some decent cards in this pack, between a Toonvale Treefolk, which works well with our Lucky Clover. A Moonlit Scavengers is decent. It's a decent card. But Golden Egg works well with our Mad Ratter, which is quite good. And actually, Mad Ratter and Embercleave is an interesting combo. If we have enough rats, then we're able to cast this for 2, which could be nice. Toonvale is nice, but I think we can pick that up late. Let's just keep on staying open, pick up a Golden Egg, see where we go. Okay, I'll just take a Fling here for the sideboard. And if we want, try to be very aggressive, Fling can help us get a last couple points of damage. These cards are not very exciting. I don't think we're going to play that Roving Keep, but yeah, more cards that aren't very good. I don't know why the server is so slow. Alright, and we got the Mantle of Tides anyway for the draw 2, as I figured it's not really worth a pick, and we wield the Secret Keeper. That's interesting. That's actually good. Might be a good indication that blue is open. We didn't see any Secret Keepers, so that's the only one in a wheeled out of the pack, so that's something to keep in mind. Okay, well, this pack is pretty bad for us. I mean, we could go into white with a Mysterious Pathfighter. This is a great card if you have the adventure synergy and you are an attacking deck, which we may be, but it's not particularly what we want to be doing. Golden Egg is a fine pickup, but again, if we're trying to win, it doesn't look like we're going to be very aggressive. We didn't pick up that many aggro cards. I'm not really sure where this deck is going, but it seemed like blue was slightly open with a wheeled Secret Keeper. But I don't want to play a Mantle. We could really still go in any direction. Mysterious Pathfighter is fine, but it will work with the Rimrock Knight, but that's it. I think we want to go in more on this Mad Ratter. Mad Ratter plus Embercleave, like, to win seems like an okay way to go. In that case, we could just keep on taking golden eggs to draw cards. We don't have any other payoffs for the draw 2 yet, but this pack is quite awful. I mean, the castle's good, but we're not in white. I mean, these are fine white cards. Not first, I mean, they're first pickable if you're in white, but not exciting first picks. These are, you know, if you're in the adventure, then yes, great first pick. But if you're just in white, you know, whatever, then it's not amazing. Cast an Ardenvale, very good card as well. Definitely upgrades your land slot, but I don't really want to go that way. I'm just going to take more eggs. I don't know. We're going to see with this egg deck. See how this egg deck shapes up. Alright, so now we have interesting picks here. So there are some very powerful cards. There are a lot more powerful cards than in the last pack. Castle Vantress is way better than Castle Ardenvale. I mean, this card lets you get to your good cards rather than just make a 1/1. Witching Well is also great. Works well with our draw synergies. I might pick that up here. Arcanist Owl is not really what we want to be doing. I think we're in red at this point, but there are no good red cards here. I think I'm just on Witching Well. It can wheel, but I don't really see what else we're taking out of this pack. I mean, very odd. It's very odd. I don't see any red cards. We didn't see any. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm going to take a Witching Well here. It works with our draw 2 stuff, which seems to be important. I don't know. The draw 2 plus Embercleave plan is okay. It's not exciting. It's fine. But Vantress, Witching Well. I think I'll just take the Witching Well here. We're not committed to blue, but again, there's no good red cards. Bargain is fine, but like, it's just fine. It's not really exciting. I like Witching Well a lot more. Alright, I'll just take, I guess maybe we'll take the rare in that case. The Witching Well can wheel, honestly. There's a bunch of good blue cards, 2 good blue-white cards. Mantle is not very exciting. That is probably going to go. There is Mystic Sanctuary, so I don't know. Maybe we just take the castle here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to actually take the castle. There is a good chance that Witching Well wheels. And castle is very powerful if we do end up in blue, but I don't know. I'll take the castle here. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting some of our draw 2 synergies. Turned into a pumpkin is just a fantastic card. It lets you draw for the Mad Ratter and slows people down, makes a food token possibly. So I really like Turned into a Pumpkin. It's very good. It's a nice effect in this format. You can get some blowouts with this as well. It's a good card all around. There was another Rimrock Knight, but I don't know if we're going to go for that. Okay, now we go back to some red cards. Merchant of the Veil, that's a really good card for the draw 2 deck. Unfortunately, we're not really seeing the payoffs quite yet for the draw 2, but hopefully they'll come around. But we have a lot of the enablers with Merchant, with Pumpkin, with I don't know what else, with Golden Eggs. So I'll just take a Merchant here. Alright, there's a Witching Well. We could also take a Searing Barrage or another Egg. It's a close pick. We don't have any removal at the moment, except for Turn of the Pumpkin, which is sort of pseudo removal. I think I want the first Searing Barrage. There is a chance that we wheel the other Witching Well. And we are very heavy black, so red that is, so that we can probably Adamant this. We could also look at Reeve Soul. We could basically splash any color with triple Golden Egg, but Witch Stalker is a good card too, but I'll take the Barrage here. Okay, some more green cards, so maybe we should be green-red, and become like an aggressive attacking deck. It is possible. Blue is not that open, and green seems to continue to be coming around, so I'm going to take the Rampart Smasher, and we might move into green from this point. Rampart Smasher is a really good card, very strong, so I don't know. Well, more enablers for the draw 2. Embercleave Paladin is fine, but it's really not that exciting. Rosethorn Acolyte is a pretty good card. Can ramp us out to some big stuff. And it is decent with the Lucky Clover, because it does allow you to ramp basically twice. And that is a pretty late Rosethorn Acolyte. Thrill of Possibility, I don't think we really want. I mean, we have already a bunch of card draw. I'm gonna take the Rosethorn. I think we're gonna move into green. I think it looks open. We've passed a couple Witch Stalkers late, so yeah. And here's a Tree Folk. Works well with the Lucky Clover. Not Ferocity could be okay if you have enough attacking non-humans. But I think Toonvale is okay. We could even splash. We probably can just splash or turn into a pumpkin. I don't know. Alright, now we can pick up Bargain, Wildwood Tracker. Do we have any Night synergies? Sort of. We have a Trebuchet. So I think we're moving out of blue at this point. And we're looking to be green. We could always splash this, turn into a pumpkin. Yeah. So we could take a Wildwood Tracker here or a Marrowleaf Rider. Marrowleaf Rider is not good because we don't have a ton of food. I guess we have these eggs. It's not that exciting. I guess I'll take the Knight here. It works with our Trebuchet, so. Alright, let's take a Barge in. And we wield a Rimrock. Another Rider here. That's a really late Reeve Soul. Wow. The Squire. Okay, so hopefully we can get paid off with some good green cards. Wow. Really strong blue cards here in Into the Story and Vantress Gargoyle. Vantress Gargoyle is good if we're on the mill plan, but we're not really on the mill plan. I mean, Into the Story is really the card that I really would like, but Rampart Smasher is fine. It's good enough. I think that we want to take it here and just stick to our plan. Our blue cards aren't that good. I mean, the Castle Vantress is good, but I think that that green continues to be open here. So I'm gonna take the Rampart Smasher and just go into this, confirm that we're in this Gruul configuration here. And we could take a Surferin here. It's a pretty good attacking card, which is what we're looking to do in this deck. Could take a red cap, but I think Surferin is decent. It's fine. It's not that exciting, but overall, I don't know if this deck is going to be particularly strong. It's not great. I mean, it's just a big, it's a smashy deck. It's a smashy deck. That's pretty much what it is. So we could take a Trapped into a Tower and splash it off the eggs, but if we want to splash, I mean, Reeve Soul's a fine splash card as well. So we could take a Tree Folk here, red cap. Let's try to look at our curve, see what's going on. I don't know if we're gonna splash the pumpkin. We may not. This same idea with that. I don't know if we're gonna need all those eggs. The only payoff really to have the eggs is the Mad Ratter. We don't have any other way to draw cards other than that, though. And if we want to be an attacking deck, the Golden Egg is kind of going to slow us down on two. We don't want to play Dwarves. We don't play Garenbrig Squire. Lucky Clover is not that strong in this deck. It's fine. I mean, it ramps us a little with that, but overall, it's not that good. It's good with a Tree Folk, I guess. So we have the makings of something here, but I think I'll just pick up another Tree Folk. I think it's a good card. It's not that exciting, but it works well with the Clover, which we can play. So, well, Scorching Dragonfire, I'm pretty happy to pick up. That is so late. Oh my gosh. That is a crazy late into the story. We could pivot back into blue, but it doesn't look like blue. I mean, yeah, into the story. I don't know what how we win with the blue deck. We could look to capitalize on the Mad Ratter and just win that way with the Mad Ratter and the Embercleave. Because the blue really takes advantage of our Mad Ratter, which is a really powerful card. It's very, very powerful. I mean, pay 4, draw 4, plus 2 rats is crazy. That's nutty. And there is another tree. I mean, there is another Tree Folk here, but I don't think we're gonna play 3 Tree Folks. We have a pretty high curve. I don't know. I think I'm gonna take the Into the Story. I don't know. Is there any chance we play that? Not really. Not really. Nah. So I'm gonna take. We could take a Tree Folk. Carver's fine. Red Cap is fine. Red Cap works well with the Tree Folk, so I will pick up a Red Cap here. Okay, Out Muscle. That's a nice pickup. Okay, Claim the Firstborn. I don't think we can do anything with that, so we're gonna pass on that. We'll just pick up Garenbrig Carver here. It's fine. And another red cap. There were some decent blue cards there, and some decent blue cards here, but I mean, I don't know. There probably was a blue control deck that we could have built, but I don't know. It was very close, very, very close. We'll take the. How many humans do we have? That's 1 human. That's another human, but we may or may not play that, depending. So we're mostly non-humans, so the halberd could be okay. I don't know. Pick it up here. We already have a trick in barge in, so. We only saw 1 Secret Keeper, so I don't know. I don't know if we did. We could have had double Into the Story. I don't know. Maybe it was too slow. Not sure. Anyway, so this is the deck we got. We have some powerful cards here. But again, we didn't really see a lot of the draw two payoffs like the Fairy Vandal. We didn't see. So I don't know. All right, let's take rid of Merrilleaf Rider. Seems bad. The Ginger Brute seems okay. Mad Ratter. I don't know if we want to play that. We have a couple ways to draw more cards. But maybe we just want to cut it, because that's not really what our deck wants to do. I don't really want to play these golden eggs here. It seems bad. I think we'll take out the golden eggs. I think we'll take out the Ratter. Lucky Clover probably could stay. I think we have enough to do with it. And just put in more 2-drops. And just be an aggro deck. I don't know. I don't know how good this deck is, honestly. But yeah, it could be okay. How many knights do we have? 7. So that's okay. It's a decent amount of knights. Tree Folk with a red cap is pretty nice, especially if we get to Lucky Clover that. Embercleave is a good win condition. Barrage, good way to clear the way for some of our attackers. Carver's just a fine adventure creature. So yeah, let's test it out. How many humans do we have? Humans, 3 humans. So it's probably fine to just play the Halberd. I mean, it's not that good, but Halberd plus Sir Farron, if we could have put that on there, but unfortunately cannot. Halberd plus red cap is pretty good as well. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I forgot to craft, but that's okay. Can we play less than 16 lands? Well, we have a couple Mana Sinks and Embercleave and like Rose Halberd. So how many creatures do we have? 16. So yeah, let's see what our interactive stuff here is. This is on the side. This is on the side. This is on the side. Yeah, so I mean we have a decent amount of creatures here. Merchant? Is Merchant really what we want to do? It is kind of an engine, so we can look to discard some lands or like some random cards that are not relevant anymore. Lucky Clover is just, it's fine. I mean, it works with our, I'm most excited about Lucky Clovering our Tree Folk. But it works decently with like Carver and stuff, so I don't know. Let's try.